Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. And this will be a touchback as that sails. Over the end line. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And it's complete. The tight end, Deion Sims. The 30, 20, 10, 5. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. A big play there on the first play of the game. 69 yards. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second and goal from inside the 5. He's going to get it running right. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel from 6 yards away. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is Howard on second down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 44 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Trubisky going to take it on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. It's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
And taken right at the 35. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Onto the field now come the Bears. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down. And Parkey's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Lock in, lock in.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On second down, Trubisky. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, It'll go as a 19-yard return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now it's Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Trubisky with the give to Howard. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off the corner, where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, 28 yards. And the Bears are in for 6. And that makes it 14-10. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On first down, Trubisky. And they're hooking up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They run. This is Cohen. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Lock in, lock in.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Trubisky to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, they run with Howard. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Trubisky will throw. And it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing here, Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. He's got daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. A give to Howard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And he will find his man on the outside. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Here's Trubisky. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Off the toss, Cohen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, a 22. Trubisky now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now leave it for Cohen, complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Lock in.
They go play action. Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go. Check 50. Lock in.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now Trubisky on first down. Looking deep for Gabriel. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 31 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Onto the field now come the Bears. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Hey. Four down. Hang on, we got, you see it? You see it?
Now Cohen. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And that is incomplete. Deion Sims is tight end, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey. Lock in. Hey.
Now it's Trubisky on the move to his left. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Lock in. Wide. Get wide.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Burton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Gotta go.
This is Cohen on the toss. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
18.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky. And this is caught at the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 25 yards out. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll look to throw here. The screen pass here to Cohen. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On 3rd down, it's Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll set up a throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Oh, a nice spin. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is Gabriel on the catch. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Trubisky, draw play, gives to Howard. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Lock in.
He'll look to throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Miller on the catch over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. He's back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow. How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in.